Man, if we don't do it, we'll never do it, man. Let's get to it. What's going on, my good people? We are back with the life and times of Troy and Hendrix. I am Hendrix. Troy is still taking that executive vacation, making sure he take care of his take care. He's gonna be back with us soon. I got my guy with me, man. Tree in the building, man. What's going on? Talk to the people.
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Might check I'm good. Might check I'm good.
As y'all can see, he's getting closer to God in his own way right now.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Y'all all right today?
Oh man, all is well. We back with the people. The people are with us, so we're gonna get to it. But before we move on, man, how you doing, man? How's life, man? How's life treating you?
Man, life, crust of bread, the corner to sleep in, man. If y'all don't know that poem, man, go check that poem out. But
smile, hour to weep in, a pint of joy to a peck of trouble, and never laugh, but the moans come double, and that is life.
man,
That's one part.
you gotta take. Yeah, that's one. You gotta take the smiles with the cries, man.
Yeah.
So just balancing your highs with your lows, man. It's been a good week. Bounce back week. So you know how we do.
That's what's up, man.
How about you?
I'm feeling good, man. Right now I'm in dad mode, so I'm always if I go back to my more than money days, I'm always at a 10 if we had to rate everything. Shout out to them guys. So my spirit is definitely high right now.
How's Gigi doing, anyways?
Just unfortunately looking exactly like her mom, but acting just like me. So that's always a blessing. But just changing and getting better day by day, man. Shout out to my daughter, man. But I'm feeling great right now. Like my spirits are high. And other than that, I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to get to it. So let's get to the show.
Blessing, G. That's a blessing.
For sure. So everybody been talking about it. We might as well dabble in it a little bit, man. Deion Sanders.
Coach Prime.
Jackson State, man. At Jackson State, he's 27-5, man.
Hey, before we get started, you said something off air, man. You said he the second greatest defensive player of all time?
People would, you could argue that he's the second best. I would say that. It's not too many people I would think about putting over him. With the exception of Lawrence Taylor. Is probably the only person that I think that the masses will put over Deion Sanders. My cousin, shout out to Deion Carson, Mr. Carson on Instagram. He would put Charles Woodson over Deion. When you look at the numbers, I can see why he would do that, but Deion is my second best defensive player. Arguably, really he's the best. He's the best defensive player of all time. I said it. We're talking about Deion Sanders, man. At Jackson State, so far he's 27-5, doing a lot of winning. This is the first undefeated season they've had, and he let it be known once they won the SWAC championship. Shout out to them doing that. Haven't won since 2007.
Congratulations.
They won the SWAC, and afterwards, he tells the team that he's leaving for Colorado. The University of Colorado, they got a real one. He's, it's not about the bag, but it's definitely a power move, man. How you, give me your thoughts about it before we really deep dive it, man. What jumped out to you when you first heard the news?
Like I've been telling everybody, you can't hold him to being at Jackson State forever. He gave them 3 years. What did he do in 3 years? Undefeated, won the SWAC, sold y'all arena, won the SWAC twice.
Won the SWAC twice.
You feel me? Sold y'all arena out, got y'all money, TV deal for the conference.
But
funding,
Tree, I feel you, but
notoriety.
A lot of notoriety. Prime definitely was prime. It's as much as he was doing in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. You didn't know if he was suiting up. Was he on the field as much as he was working? If he was coaching as much publicity that he deserved, but as much work as that man did, you thought that he probably was lacing him up again as much as he was working.
I mean,
And
yeah.
this is with 8 toes.
I mean, yeah. But no, let's get into it because people gonna say what they gonna say.
And I'm one of them. I understand. I'm like, first off, before we, this is the biggest disclaimer. As a man code 207, you never check another man's bag. So what we not gonna do is anytime it come down to the money for whatever reason, if that man wants to make that money move and go from 300,000 to 6 million, we not gonna even talk about
Make that deal,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? My brother gave me the number. Shout out to Troy. Again, I think throughout his playing career, he only made about $34 million. He got a signing bonuses of around 11 million. So maybe
That was a lot of money back then too, by the way.
a lot of money back then. Probably would equate to
A max deal, nah.
a max deal now. Okay, I'll give you that. But this money that he's getting now, 5 years, 30 million, to have that opportunity, you can't if off of the money alone, I'ma respect it. But the thought process of the people is when this man initially came and
Let's take money out the equation. Not to cut you off, big dog. Let's take money out the equation.
For sure, we can do that.
When he wanted to, because you asked me, when he wanted to start coaching, he wanted to play Saban. He wanted to be Saban. Because Saban is the model. Bama is the model.
Yeah, but when he went on I Am Athlete, man, and I keep going back to that because I think that's when everybody really grabbed hold. When those football players that have names were dogs, like when they were playing in their prime, no pun intended. But those players were even saying they were sending their kids to HBCUs, and now, like I said off air, it's almost going to look like that football program is going to look like a COVID baby because, and maybe
No offense to the COVID babies.
No, because my daughter's one. So shout out to them for sure. But what I'm saying is, those things like, going from 1942 to going to Taylorport. I've been hearing about that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the people that's drinking the Taylorport. But it's a difference from that jump. That's what that program could potentially be going back to without that coach. So I understand, for the people, for the city, to be living a high life, a life that city probably hasn't lived in a long time.
So my question,
to go back to that, I understand where they're coming from. So that's the advocate side. But you speaking from your side, being pro Deion, talk to me.
So my question is this. Were y'all sending y'all kids to the HBCU for the experience of the school or solely to play for Coach Prime? Because if he got you to thinking that, okay, yeah, HBCUs are the right move to send my kids, then why did that change when he left? Because he sent his kids to a HBCU. He sent both his kids went to a HBCU.
Man.
So he did it. Why y'all can't do it?
He got the University of Colorado to not only, give him the bag, because for him, he said it wasn't about that, but he got them to change their transfer equivalencies and requirements.
Bro, change the degree requirements.
Wow.
Like, come on, man. You about to now you about to get this man this opportunity to bring these kids to a bigger stage that already is equipped. Yeah, he gonna be Bama in the next 2 years. He gonna be Bama.
Not so fast, man. Shout out to, Saban. That's my guy. That's my team. Roll Tide. Chill out.
He's gonna be Bama. Cause it and it's gonna happen on some some bowl game stuff, it's gonna be like, whoa.
He already had an Alabama player like, hey, you got room for me, put it on Twitter.
Alabama lost six offensive linemen
Wow.
to the transfer portal. He could potentially go get an I'm talking about an entire offensive line, center, 2 guards, and 2 tackles.
Man.
From Bama. And then go get a running back from Bama. Receivers from wherever. Like, he gonna put talent on the field.
So let's ask a better question. With the noise that he made in these 3 years, and then also having to deal with, the outlash that he had from the coach from Alabama, it's
Alabama State.
I don't want to butcher him. I just know it's
A&M.
It's an Alabama team, and it was the black and gold and white team. That's as specific as I can get. But I know he coaches that team. He was pretty much saying that Deion isn't swag. I'll ask you, with the move that he made in 3 years, of course that's going to go down as the con. He wasn't there long enough. But taking into everything that he did and sacrificed in the time that he was there, looking at his accomplishments, would you say is Prime still swag?
All right, you a numbers guy.
Yes, sir.
If I'm there for 3 years, and for 2 out of the 3 years, my team was the number 1 team in the conference, what's my winning percent? What's my percentage of being number 1?
2 out of 3 years?
Yeah.
66%, 67%.
Ooh. That win, come on, man. So, okay, let's take that out the equation.
Okay.
How much money has any other coach generated? By the way, I think Eddie George is at Tennessee State.
Yep.
That's a Hall of Famer, by the way. So if getting back to the point earlier, if they wanted to send their kids somewhere, why they ain't been sending them to Eddie George?
And there's still good options out there.
You feel me?
I mean, it's a difference, but I think he's definitely brought more prominence, and I think people are also going to get a look. Those colleges will get a look now because they're seeing the exposure that they'll get. And then, like you said off air, like, they got a combine now.
Yeah.
That happened because of him.
Come on, man. So, is he not swag?
I mean, he left in 3 years, man.
But in 3 years, he's done more than anybody else has.
And he also brought a coach with him from the SWAC. Mississippi Valley State.
He took him to Colorado?
Took him to Colorado.
Big shot. You got your big change, big dog.
When he got the Kent State
black coach.
Head coach. Black
guy? White guy?
I'm not sure, but talking to my brother, shout out to Troy. They took the head coach. Now he's, I think, the offensive coordinator.
Come on, man. You gonna keep your job. You already know the players. What offense you want to run? Maybe you had too many hats on your head trying to call the offense and be the head coach.
Supposed to have 10 players coming with him. Maybe like 6 to 10 players coming with him from Jackson State.
That's cool. You just let these kids transfer to a big D1. Say what you want to say about Colorado not winning or whatever the case may be. That's a big D1.
Yeah. Pac-12.
Like, big time D1 ball.
Yeah.
You about to go play USC, Arizona, Oregon,
we about to get
UCLA,
like Utah.
Like, it's a whole lot of
Heisman winner.
Gang stuff out there. Like
top 10.
He gonna produce a Heisman winner. It might be Travis.
I mean, if they had this all planned out, man, he played that to the T. The guy goes out there, he probably plays about 5 games, gets like 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Like, had a game where he got an interception and he got a touchdown in the same game. I think he had a pick 6 in the game. Like,
something like
He just showed he really showed you just a small little glimpse of what he has to offer once he puts a little weight on and
Now let's go to the Pac-12, Pac-10, whatever it's called.
Pac-12.
Let's go out here and play ball now.
And let's talk about that team that you seem to be rolling with right now.
USC.
What?
We lost to Utah, so what? We're gonna come back next year and win it all.
How many?
We're gonna win it all next year.
How many years is Prime away from, let's say, being in the Pac-12 championship game?
Oh, 1-2.
Wow,
1-2.
they were 1-11 this past year, sir.
1-2. You 1-2.
1-11. Are you sure?
Bama lost, and I'm only saying Bama because that's the gold standard of coach the players or whatever the case may be.
Roll Tide.
They lost 3 to 4 linebackers. It's 4 to 5 high level linebackers in the portal. I'm
It's
talking
everything.
about
It's everything you want in the portal. The way you talking about the portal.
edge rushers. I'm talking about high level, big time D1, Power 5, top 2, 3 ranked teams in the conference.
And this is all because of Prime.
Nah, the transfer portal been slapping, but when Prime said he was going to Colorado, it was like, whoa.
That just changed it.
That changed everything.
It was a couple 4 and 5 stars that for sure was like, he's definitely in my top 10, top 15 now. I definitely got to give him a look. We definitely got to go to Colorado for a visit.
The number 1 receiver in the country committed to Colorado from IMG.
Oh, well. The next day, right?
Something crazy.
He said we got people coming as we speak.
Yeah. I ain't worried about nothing. All y'all got to do is get that NIL money. NLI. NIL money. I'm sorry. Blah.
But don't worry about it because I ain't hard to find.
Look.
He going at people. His slogan is "I ain't hard to find," and they are doing it great with their social media campaign.
Hey, you know what? The problem was before, it was like, man, we at the HBCU, you can't really offer them housing. You can't, because housing ain't guaranteed. Not talking down on them at all, but
yeah,
that's been an issue. Housing not always guaranteed, meal plans or whatever the case may be. You feel me? Facilities run down, the neighborhood and all this, and blase blee and blase sply, all that good stuff or whatever the case may be. You take that recruiting that pitch he can give a kid.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, I'm in Colorado.
And yeah, I'm trying to empathize as best I can with Jackson. But let's also throw these things in too. They did break in his office and steal his stuff during a football game. They did break in
not just his stuff, his coaching staff stuff too. They hit a lick.
They did break into his son's car. Like, I mean, come on now.
They were,
This also happened in that 3-year span. Now let's keep it all the way.
Quote unquote, they was doing some shady business.
When I say they, I don't want this to be a depiction of that city because I know that doesn't tell their story. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, from a business standpoint or making a business case, it's hard when you have to weigh the pros and the cons for a person not to look at the money and then look at these type of things that have happened to his family. Like, at the end of the day, a man is going to care, number one, about his family.
Absolutely.
And if he had the decency to bring his family there and to have 2 sons that were, 4-star athletes coming there that did not have to be there, could have been D1. And they came there.
We're going to say big time D1 because they are D1. We're going to say big time D1.
Yeah.
Big time D1.
Like one Shiloh transferred from South Carolina and was playing.
Right.
as a true freshman.
So
Didn't have to do that. So let's just be, to the people that's trolling, okay, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do, and we ain't gonna really, feed into that. But for the person that's really thinking, let's really look at it, the way it should be looked at. If a guy can trust a university, it go both ways, like in a friendship, in a relationship, you gotta have faith in me, I gotta have faith in you. It goes both ways. So Jackson State
that's
had
two, by the way.
Jackson State, that's two. Jackson State had, Deion had faith in Jackson State, and Jackson State had faith in Deion. And to a certain extent, from his standpoint, and not this is not speaking on him, but from a family perspective, we can't all say that it was reciprocated. I mean, look, stuff was getting broke into.
Absolutely. There's no place for that. That's distasteful. So,
but moving forward, we got a chance to make sure winning cures everything. And so to be able to cap this off the right way, they need to win the Celebration Bowl. Currently, the MEAC is dominating that bowl 5-1. Jackson State is the only team other than North Carolina A&T to appear in this bowl game multiple times. This being their second year, so let's see. Let's definitely see. But we're gonna move forward to more important news. Brittney Griner.
shout out to BG, the second BG. Oh, side note, hey, since we talking about BG, Brandon Graham is up for Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Okay.
So if you could, somehow, some way, whoever is watching this, whoever will watch this, please go vote for Brandon Graham as a Walter Payton Man of the Year. Detroit kid, Detroit guy, Pal guy, Crockett alum, Odin family, Odin guy. So shout out to him. But yeah, Brittney Griner, my bad.
Definitely shout out to him. Anybody doing good deeds, they should always get their recognition, man. For sure. But back to Brittney Griner. All right, man.
I got some weed.
Okay. Fresh out of
Russia.
fresh out of jail, man. It is said within the last, I want to say, day or so that Brittney Griner is to be free from prison. I guess they made the swap. They made the trade. If we're, and this is somewhat of a sports show, so don't mind my vernacular. I'm human. I'm just kind of trying to paint a picture. So a trade was made. So the U.S. we got Brittney Griner in exchange for who's this guy? I'm not really that adept with him.
Bro, I don't even know no dog name. I just know it's like Boot or something like that. But his nickname is the Merchant of Death, or AKA Demon.
He had like I think he was going crazy with the gunplay, right? I mean, he was highly he definitely had a lot of artillery, from what I'm understanding.
In all the like shoot 'em up bang bang movies where they gotta go kill the drug runner who's been supplying all the small countries with guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's him.
Okay.
Like that's him. Like it was like a 30 country manhunt for him. But I gotta change our grade, our trading grade, because we passed. We brought home a black woman.
Okay.
From the United States.
Hold on, wait a minute, man. If you're gonna say it like that, we got to do it the right way. You said that. What we do, man? What did the U.S. do, man? What did they do? That's most important. You know what I'm saying? And what people.
We brought home a black woman.
Definitely, for sure.
We brought home a black woman. I know it's.
Shout out to Black Girl Magic.
It's bigger stuff at hand. I know that it's other people that could have been swapped or brought home or whatever the case may be, but we brought back one of ours. So that's first and foremost, that's the biggest thing. We brought back one of ours. So we got a passing grade.
So
we are no longer at an F-. In most college courses, a D is passing. So I'm gonna give us a D+.
Now, is this a core class? Because if this is a core class,
Oh, it's a core class. My bad. C's get degrees.
Okay.
C's
So
get degrees. Because we passed. But doggy bone that we gave up,
man. I mean, while we're on that note, man, like, just it's just prayers go out to her family, man. Not to really,
no,
at first,
absolutely.
we was joking around about it, man. But what that woman, has went through,
They was about to have her do 9 years. Bro, she cut her hair off.
and the crazy part about it is that it's people whose stories will never make it to the forefront, to the media, that have done years,
Already.
So let's just pause for a second and just be thankful,
Shout out to
because
the veterans, man.
shout out to the people that keep us safe, but always be thankful because God is no respecter of person, and it's all because of grace and mercy that we live all of the lives that we live. So shout out to BG, man. Glad to have you back. And whenever you are ready to tell your story, I can guarantee you that the world will be listening.
No, absolutely. Hey, um,
Here we go.
hey, y'all know they found pyramids in the Grand Canyon? Meaning that them pyramids was like 3,000 years before Christopher Columbus so-called discovered America. Meaning that the Egyptians was in America before Christopher Columbus discovered America. So that means that the Egyptians were probably the first people in America. It's pyramids in the Grand Canyon, bro, with mummies and tombs.
I'm not knocking nothing you saying. It's just that the left that you just took, like I was, I don't know if you know this, but like I was doing my thing, and then I don't know where the fuck you went. Like you started talking. Hey man, like I was gonna talk about something, and maybe this is a good segue, man. But
That was my little commercial.
what the fuck was that, man?
That was my little commercial for you, bro. Just gave you a little commercial, bro.
All right. But that's a great segue to what the fuck was that, man? Shout out to my boy Duff, man. I'ma shout him out again, man. He sent me a video, man, or he sent me a clip. One of these posts, man. I guess it's these before we get to it, man, how do you feel about you know, now I think about it, let's kind of switch it, man. I understand that you're an alpha male, but how do you feel about PDA, man? Public displays, public displays of affection, man. It's a serious question, man. How you feel about it?
Hey, man. I'm a good guy, but the streets raised me, G.
Oh my!
So I don't really like holding hands or stuff like that or kissing in public. Like, that ain't really me. So I ain't really feeling it, dude. So
I'm a good guy, but the streets raised me. Now that is another jewel.
Nah. So look. So all right. Let me paint a picture for you. We walking down the street. We hold hands.
Okay.
Somebody start busting. Poo, 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 poo. I can't grab the strap because I got your hand.
Oh, now come.
You feel me?
This is true in the world that we live.
Like, I can't grab the
So for defense purposes, you don't believe in public displays of affection.
yeah, and then the other reason, probably the real reason, I'll be darned if I'm out in public holding a girl hand,
Right.
and her ex or another nigga walk up on her or point her out like, hey, such, ooh, like, have me with the I eat ass face.
Oh, wait a minute.
The egg on the face.
It's these lefts that you keep taking, man.
Man, you left-handed. Shut up.
That's fair.
Like, shut up. But nah, bro, I ain't really like ever.
Well, there's a new form of PDA that I have to speak of, man. And we're just gonna talk about it the way we're gonna talk about it. Panty vibrators.
Whoa.
Look, man.
You talk about me on the left. Jesus Christ.
Look. I was on Instagram, you know, and so there was no type of.
Hey, what you be searching on Instagram?
A boy Dove sent it. You know, it was a funny video, but I guess the male and his lady, they were out on a nice, beautiful evening, you know, and I guess he was ready to have a time, you know, he was ready to play the video game, you know, and things got to rolling, things got to going.
He got the DJing on her shit.
He was playing the video game, and as he was playing the video game, I guess, you know,
it's like an app on your phone or something.
Man, I guess it was. Look, he was playing a video game, and I guess it was getting good to her, and she wound up having a seizure, and one of her eyelashes fell off. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the point that I'm trying to make.
Her shit wasn't on tight enough.
Hey, look, man, we're not going that far into the particulars.
I sue the girl who put my lashes on. Cause bitch, these supposed to last through whatever.
They be feeling like that too, like man, them ants.
No, but real talk though, real talk.
But no, for real, like, is
some point in time,
is that too much, man? Like, if we out at dinner, man, like, I get it. Like, if you out at a movie, like at a place where, you know, it's subtle, some still some type of intimacy. What are y'all thoughts, people, man? Because me personally, I don't know. My mind ain't there. I ain't for that, man. I ain't really trying to play the video game or whatever with, you know, the area while I'm eating a house salad.
You know, no, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not trying to, you know.
I've done it.
Hey.
I've done it. I actually got somebody's remote in my room.
All right, well, and that, everybody, is going to be the time that we have here on The Life and Times. I am Hendrix. You all have definitely met Tree now. Get out of here, man. I love y'all.
Peace.
The fuck, man? God.
Hey, bro.
What the hell was that?
Bro, it's pyramids in the Grand Canyon, bro.